Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my Mammal League Reserves Malaysia highlights. Unfortunately, qualifying didn't actually happen for me because basically, I thought the lobby was going to start, or qualifying was going to start at 7:30 in the evening as usual, but it actually starts at 7:15, so I missed qualifying, unfortunately. Or the lobby started at 7:15 and they went at 7:30 rather than the lobby starting at 7:30 and us going at 7:45. Like we did before. So I was kind of caught out by the timings there, so I had to start this race from the back of the grid, which is not really the way I wanted to start. It's kind of not really been the best of starts to the season for me. So now, it's Blakey on pole position. Obviously I'm at the back of the grid. We've got Stop Map just ahead of me on the grid. He's returning this race. Anyway, here we go. The lights are illuminating above us. And we're underway in Malaysia. Dream Diffusers gets quite a bad start, so that's all a position gained already. Just trying to find a way past Stop Map going into the first corner at this point. Being extra cautious, it's impossible to see, but early then turns in on me. Lucky that neither of us spun. But at this point I was just being cautious because I had to be really cautious because it's just impossible to see. And I could misjudge my braking points at any point and hit the back of someone, so I was just being very careful, which was resulting in me braking incredibly early for some of the corners. But I'm just trying to pick my way through the chaos that's likely to take place because the driving at the start of Australia, obviously not from everyone but from some people, was just terrible, as you may see from my video. But now going into the double apex corner, not sure what corner number it is. So now I'm trying to catch Toby here, who's had a bit of a scuffle there with Matt, and as a result Matt loses out and I passed him. And oh, I get a little bit of wheel spin, and now Matt's right on my inside, going into the chicane. I'm going to try to do what I did in Formula X, but I've broken too late and it didn't work. I thought I just misjudged the braking point of the conditions. So that was, I kind of surrendered 7th there, and I also lost to, I kind of surrendered 6th. And I also lost to Dream Diffusers. So now going into the final corner, Matt's trying to pass Dream Diffusers at this point. At this point, I was thinking that this was going to be a long race for me because at this point it's just not gone well. So going into turn 1 now, I think at this point Matt has passed Dream Diffusers. So now, as you're about to see, I'm now latching onto the back of Dream Diffusers. So now I think it's here at turn 3 where I go for an overtake. But look, he just hits me. And then I'm on his inside, and then he just turns right in on me. At least he did admit that his driving was bad. Don't mean to offend anyone, but at least he did admit on Twitter after the race, and in case you're watching this, Dream Diffusers, I do accept your apology. The conditions were quite bad, so can't really blame some people for a bit of bad driving. So I go for the inside of Dream Diffusers there, but I was just too far back. And I'm just desperate to make the pass at this point because I've got Erdi right behind me, and if I don't make the pass soon, then he's gonna pass me. So now going into the penultimate corner, I hit the curb. Usually in the dry, that curb is just known for spitting you off. It's a bit of an annoying curve. So now going down the back straight, going into the final corner, and I'm on his inside. Will I be able to make the pass stick? Oh, there's a bit of contact. Put my hand up. So now, going down the main straight again. Going into turn 1. Take a wider line at turn 1, which could be the way to go on the wet track. Oh, I've just hit something on the curb. Just sent me, or it could have sent me into a roll, to be honest. Going into turn 3, or turn 4 if you cross the long corner going out of turn 2 as a corner. But I'm closing onto Dream Diffusers here. Now going into the double apex corner. I have a good exit out of this corner, and I've got a lot more straight on speed. So now going to the inside, going into the hairpin, and will I be able to make the pass stick? He runs out wide. I might have forced him off there. If I did, then apologies. But 7th. But at the time, I didn't give the position back, so I felt I did give him enough room. So 7th, very welcome place for me. I think Lawrence pitched at this point. Now skipping on to lap 5. And as you're about to see here, Matt and Toby seem to have collided somewhere. So I've caught right up to them. So now, this was an interesting point, because I felt that I could get ahead of them if I made the right strategy. So I'm actually closing on them at this point. The pair of them, they were the contenders in season 1, so it's not the first time they've met out on the track. Matt and Toby have. So now going into the pit lane, my scheduled stop. So now going in, it's on lap 7. I felt I could. I think Toby had already pitted at this point. I had made a few mistakes on my in lap, so I wasn't really that confident I was going to get ahead of him. I pit for another set of full wets, because at this point I thought it was too wet for inters. But Toby and Matt had taken a gamble to go onto the inters. So as you can see, I have got ahead of Toby, so it looks as though my strategy had worked. And at this point, I'm just absolutely fine with the condition on the tyres I'm on. Because at the moment I think it was too wet for inters. Not sure how Toby and Matt thought of, and the other people who pitted on the inters. I'm sorry if I repeated myself there, but the other people who pitted on the inters thoughts of the inters. I haven't actually asked them about how they found it in these conditions. But later the conditions dried up, so their gamble to go onto the inters worked. And I guess it was these type of conditions where you have to take a gamble. So going into the hairpin now. At this point my tyres are fine, but now at this point on lap 10, the track has dried out quite a lot, and Voracious Bloom is going for my outside. There's a bit of contact there. He apologised for it at the end of the race, and I did lose a heap of time there, partly due to that bit of contact and partly due to the fact I was on the wrong tyres. And then, so now going down the straight, I have absolutely no grip whatsoever. So now going into the hairpin, and then I go wide because I have absolutely no grip, and Toby's through. So that's when I realised that my strategy hadn't worked. So I pit for inters here, knowing that my chance of getting anything higher than around 4th or so is pretty much done. Shame, because if it had stayed wet, then I would have got 4th. So now I've pitted for inters, and now Dream Diffusers seem to get the strategy even worse than I did, as I was able to easily pass him. And now I'm about to pass Erdy. I passed Erdy with a move that I did many times in Formula Xbox through that corner in Malaysia. This time it was in the dry. So I'm going to finish in 6th. Disappointing race for me, to be honest. I just hit the barrier in frustration there because I just didn't enjoy that race because it was such a bad race. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you at the weekend for my Formula Xbox highlights.